Mike Redmond. I'm one of the classroom teachers here at the San Marcos Adult Transition Program. This program is really beneficial to our students. They've all finished high school. Now they just need a little help getting on to whatever's next for them. That might be spending time at Palomar College, looking at vocational skills, or just learning how to get around better in their community.
So the Adult Transition Program is for students 18 through 22 who usually have graduated out of a high school, and this program is available to them if they choose or if their parents choose.
The goal of transition programs is to help the students become as independent as possible, and that really expands beyond the traditional walls of a classroom. So students are out in the community, they learn work and vocational skills, they get ready for employment or obtain a job, they learn how to function in their community and get around as independently as possible. Many of them also learn daily living or domestic kinds of skills that they may need to be more independent. So it's just really a very different look at educational services.
They can learn how to cook and clean, and they'll learn job skills. They'll go out every day for about 6 hours a day, out into the community. They're learning how to use public transportation. It would be easier for me to tell you the things that they're not going to be learning, because they learn so much in that program. And it's right there in the title of the program. It's a transition program. So when they're in high school, there's a lot of academics and they do electives. But when they're in the transition program, it's all about preparing them for adult life so they can be as independent as possible and as self-sufficient as possible.
They gain life skills. Many of them may not know how to access the bus lines around here. That's one of the things we work on. They gain social skills by spending time with same-age peers over at Palomar College or Cal State College, or just wherever we go in the community. It's great for them to be out and about.
You're moving beyond the confines of a classroom and out into the real world, and it's a really great experience for kids and families to see how independent their kids can become.
The students come here about 8 o'clock in the morning. We work on some life skills here in the classroom. Then we head out to the bus and we go down to Palomar College. We take classes down there such as weightlifting or swimming. And on another day we might go over and work at, say, one of the local businesses like Marshall's. We help unpack clothes there, and we also work at the San Marcos High Student Store.
I think parents and students benefit enormously from the Adult Transition Program.
How we found out about the program is through its high school teacher, Ms. Cook, at Mission Hills High School. She told us about this program, the Adult Transition Program. From there, we came and sat down with some of the staff and began the process for him to start.
For the parents, they have the security of knowing that their students in a safe environment for 6 hours a day. But above and beyond that student's going to learn so many skills during the time they're there. So there aren't other programs where they could spend 6 hours a day for up to 4 years if they choose, learning all these job and life skills. And the teachers are wonderful, the staff are wonderful, they're so dedicated to what they do, and the students are really going to gain from the program.
Well, the benefits that we have noticed with Marquis, that he's acquired skills that we never thought he probably would acquire. Now he loves to go to the swimming pool a lot. He's beginning to understand the value of money by going shopping with the staff and his peers here. They go to different to the grocery store, pick out different foods that they like. He also he makes different meals at home now. He usually would just want something, just say a cheeseburger. Now he makes his own sandwiches. He's helping out with chores around the house even more now, and yeah, I'm seeing him become a lot more self-sufficient.
Again, the students adapt well, and when the kids go home happy, then the parents are relaxed.
He'll be 22 once he leaves here, and it's a great start for him to try and become employable and just more sociable, and those are the things we're looking for, you know, for him to get out of this program, is to be more sociable and employable. Yeah.
I would say that you're looking at a population of students and citizens in their community that are really an untapped resource. Students and people who are very committed and wanting to be employed, and are people that will not take unwanted breaks, will be there on time, will stay and work really hard, and they are so desirous of a job and desiring employment that they will be very committed and be a really good employee, very dependable and trustworthy, and just they're really an untapped resource that most people are not aware of.
My name's Diane Wheeler. I'm the local franchise owner here in San Marcos. Dogtopia is a franchise with about 25 locations throughout the country. Casey started with us shortly after we opened. Karen Thompson from San Marcos High School Workability Program contacted me to see if I'd be interested in working with the program. She brought Casey in to meet me, and instantly we could see that Casey had a real natural ability with dogs, and so we did hire her as part of the program, which lasted about 2 months. After her 2 months in the program, we actually hired her as an employee, and she's been here since right after we opened in 2008.
I like cleaning the floors and mopping it and vacuuming it and clean the walls, actually, like doing the walls and stuff.
I've worked with Casey for 2 years as well, and Casey's a great worker. She does awesome. She plays with the dogs tons. She always is very active with them, running around, and they all love her. Yeah, she's a really great worker. She learns really quickly, does everything that we need her to do, and yeah, it's been a really great experience. Highly recommend it, definitely. I mean, I think it's really great that these individuals get the opportunity to, do what they really love, and that businesses are willing to give these, these students the opportunity to do that kind of thing. Yeah, I think, I've seen Casey blossom in so many ways. She loves it. She loves her job. She has a lot of fun. We all love her here.
Their duties are typically the same as any other employee, so they're interacting, playing with the dogs, making sure the group stays safe and there's not any issues. So if you notice 2 dogs that are not getting along, sometimes we'll have to separate them. They clean up after the dogs, which is a lot of work, mopping, cleaning up deposits that are left by the dogs. Play with the dogs, throw the balls, give them love and attention. Casey's amazing if you ever watch, because we have webcams. She never stops from the moment she gets there till the time she goes home, petting and interacting with each and every dog.
I mean, it's a really great opportunity, I think, for them and the businesses, definitely.
The students are really excited about the opportunity to go to work and be employed. They're going to be very stable and very willing and excited to come to work every day.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I think, first of all, getting involved in the community is really important for any small business, and the students, most of the students I've had have been amazing. When they find their niche, and like Casey has here at Dogtopia, like Joshua has here at Dogtopia, they're excellent employees, and I wouldn't trade them for anybody else.
I do see families and parents who are a little anxious and a little nervous because the students are getting older, and the program takes a real different look at teaching and instruction, because it really means students are leaving the confines of a classroom. They're really moving out into the community, and sometimes that's a little nerve-wracking for families to look at their children becoming young adults and letting go and learning to be more independent in the community, because many students learn how to take a bus, they do travel training, they get out at job sites, they learn how to be an employee, they learn how to get to work on time, how to behave on the job, they learn how to grocery shop, they learn how to get out in the community, use the stores. There are just a lot of different skills, and I say go for it, because the students just love it. They grow, they blossom, they mature, they become young adults, and it's really exciting to watch the change that I've seen in kids.
For parents and students who aren't sure about the Adult Transition Program, the first thing that I would say is go along and check out the program. Spend a day with the students and with the staff there and see what they do during a day. And maybe go back on a different day, because they're always doing different things. So they're out and about in the community. They go over to Palomar College, and they're also back at home base doing some cooking and learning some other life skills. So I would tell them to check out the program, and I would also encourage them to...
I would say that most of the parents and the students will be aware of the transition programs and services in their school districts. So their high school special education teacher will work with them to move into a transition program if it's appropriate for them. If they are not aware of it, what I'd suggest is that they contact their special education department in their school district, and the staff there will be able to assist them in moving into a transition program.
For those interested in our program, I would say just come on over and visit us, spend some time with us, and see what we're all about.
If employers want to get involved with the adult transition program, they can start out by contacting the local school district and asking them for the phone number of the adult transition program and talking to the teachers there. The teachers are going to be thrilled to be contacted by local employers. They can also ask to speak to the workability coordinator for that school district, and a lot of our local school districts certainly have workability coordinators, and about a third of the school districts in California have workability coordinators. They will be even more excited than the adult transition program to talk to you. So we can certainly connect you with other coordinators around California, and we would really welcome any kind of contact from employers, and I know that the adult transition program would too.
Okay, my name is Gail Patterson, and I'm a program specialist with the San Diego County Office of Education. And in particular, my focus are programs for students with moderate to severe disabilities, transition programs, and preschool programs. Most students become involved in the program quite naturally because they are in high school and their high school special education teacher knows to continue them into the transition services and the transition programs. If families or students are not aware or not involved in the transition programs and want to be, what I'd suggest is that they contact their school district and the special education department in their school district, and they could help them move on with the placement in the process.